So the first thing I learned when
So the first things I learned
I went to the monastery
when I went to monastery
was to learn
was to learn
how the mind works.
how the mind works.
Because once you know
Because once you know
how the mind works,
how the mind works,
you can control
you can control it,
it. And once you can control it,
and so on is control it.
mind works,
You can control
can
it,
control it. And once you can
and once you can control
control
it,
it, you can focus
you can focus it.
it. You can't
You can't focus
focus or
on
concentrate
concentrate to something
something you don't
you don't understand.
understand.
Pentapani, the Hindu brightness.
When people say to me,
When people say to me,
life is
too
too
busy,
busy, I can't simplify.
I can't simplify.
No, it's
Simplify. No, it's
you don't want to.
you don't want to.
You have the
You have the choice.
choice. Nobody's holding
Nobody is holding
a gun to your head.
a gun to your head saying
You have to
you have to
associate with this.
associate with these people,
You have to do.
or you have to do these things.
No, you
No, you choose
choose to do that.
to do them.
People say this to me all
People say this to me all the time. I hang around
entrepreneurs,
entrepreneurs and
other people that
other people that
you and I have met.
you and I have met.
They've come up with
They've come up
Snapchat.
with Snapchat.
You need to be on Snapchat.
You needed to be on
I'm
Snapchat.
like, I don't need
I'm like, I don't need
to be on Snapchat.
to be on Snapchat.
I don't care what
I don't care what
Comes up tomorrow.
comes up tomorrow.
I'm not gonna do it.
I'm not going to do it
Because I can't
because I can't
say that.
send it.
Right? That's gonna take
That go to take
a little bit more
a little bit more
on
of my energy today.
than I only have this much. Energy, and I need to a bit more on my energy today, and I only have this much energy, and I need to divide it today, and I only have
And I only have this
this
much
and I
energy,
need to divide
and I need to divide
it between all the
it between all the
people
people,
and things that I love.
the people and the things that I love. That I
The law
love.
of
The law of
thermodynamics
thermodynamic
states you cannot
states
create,
that you cannot
or destroy
create
energy.
or destroy energy,
but you can transfer
but you can transfer
it from one thing to another,
it from one thing to
or transform it from
or transform it from one thing to another.
another. So I can't create more
So I can't create
energy. I only have
more energy. I only have this much.
Because come 11
Because at 11
o'clock
o'clock
tonight,
this
I'll be
night,
exhausted,
I'll be exhausted
ready to sleep.
and ready to sleep.
So I got this
So I got this much.
much 100%.
100%.
I need to know
I needed to know
where I'm
where I'm driving, dividing.
I always tell
I always tell
entrepreneurs to look
entrepreneurs to look
At
at
energy
energy the same way they look at money.
at money. It's a finite
It's a finite
resource that needs
resource that
to be
needs
wisely managed,
to be wisely managed,
wisely
wisely
reallocated,
allocated, and wisely invested.
The average person sleeps
The average person
7
sleeps
to 8 hours.
worth 7 to 8 hours.
To say roughly. So we'll wait for about 6.
So we're awake for
16 hours
about
a day.
16 hours of the day.
Let's just say on average,
Let's say on average
practicing it
we are practicing 13 hours a day.
13 hours a day, 7 days.
13 hours a day, 7 days a week
distraction.
distraction.
And then you wonder why you're
And then you wonder
so
why
good at it.
you are so good at it.
That's the law
That's the law
of practice.
of practice.
The law of practice
The law of practice
is that we become
is that we become
good
good
at whatever it
at whatever
is we practice,
is it we practice,
whether it's
whether it's
positive or
positive,
negative.
whether it's positive or negative.
It doesn't
It doesn't matter.
matter. If you practice
If you practice
something over
If you practice something
and
over
over and over
over and over and over again,
again, you become really
again, you become really
good at it.
good at
And that's
it.
why people are so
And that's why people are
good at distraction.
so good at attraction.
Because it's what
Because it's what
they practice.
they practice.
And then people say
And then people say things
like technology
technology
are great distractors,
are great distractors,
right?
right?
Smartphones.
Smartphones.
Oh, I have this thing.
Or I have these things
So distracting.
so distracting.
My smartphone.
My smartphone,
The internet.
the internet.
Are they distractors?
Are they distractors?
I'd like to say
I like to say
no
no
first, and then
and then
yes.
Yes.
But mostly no.
but mostly no.
Technology in
Technology in
itself is not a
itself is not a
bad
better
thing.
thing.
It's actually
It's actually a
Beautiful
beautiful
thing.
thing.
as long as
Beautiful thing. As long as
we're in charge of it.
we're in charge of it.
But if every time your iPhone
But if every time your iPhone beeps
or makes a sound and
or makes a sound,
you turn to
you turn to it
But then
and
you go,
you
"Yes,
go,
master."
yes, master.
how can I serve you
How can I serve
today?
you today?
Then you live
Then you live in
that world
of
distraction.
Distraction.
It's
It's training.
training you to be
It's training you to be distracted.
But if you actually
But if you're actually
use
used technology,
technology, then
technology is not a better thing.
So how do we
So how do we become
become good at
good at concentrating?
We start by
We start by understanding the mind,
right. All
right? All
of us
of
have
us have a
the
mind.
mind. It's the most
It's the most powerful
powerful tool in the
tool in the
world.
world.
The smartphone.
It's built the mass.
It's for
It's built the smartphone. It's put machine
machines that drive it
that drive itself on Mars.
So the
On
first
Mars.
thing
So the first thing
I learned when I went
I learned when I went to
to
the monastery
was to learn how
was to learn how
the mind works.
the mind works.
Because once you know how the
Because once you know
mind works,
how the mind works,
you can control it.
you can control it.
And once you can
And once you can control
you
it,
can focus.
you can focus it.
You can't
You can't
focus or concentrate
focus or concentrate to something
you don't understand.
you don't understand.
So how does the mind
So how does the mind work?
From the monk's
From the monk's
perspective,
perspective,
from the monk's
from the monk's experience of the mind, there's two things that you need to understand.
One is
One is awareness,
awareness,
and one is the mind.
So I'll take a few more
So I'll take a
moments to
few
explain
months.
this
So I'll take a few moments
to you and share what
and say what
they are.
they are.
So imagine
So imagine awareness
awareness is a
is a glowing ball of light.
Like an
Glowing
orb
ball of light. Like an
that can
orb
float around.
that I that can float around.
Okay, so that's awareness.
Okay.
Awareness is a glowing ball of light,
Ball of light,
like an orb
like an orb
that
can
can
float
float
around.
around. Okay, so
Okay, so that
that's
awareness.
awareness. Now
Awareness.
imagine your
Now imagine the mind
mind
as
a
a
vast
vast space,
vast area
a vast area with many different
sections within it.
sections.
One area of the mind
An area of the
is
mind
anger,
is anger,
jealousy,
jealousy,
food,
food, sex,
sex, happiness,
happiness,
joy,
joy,
science, art.
science, art.
And this glowing
And the growing ball of
ball of light called
awareness
can travel
can travel within the
within
mind,
and it can go to
and it can go to any
any area of the mind
area of the mind
it wants to go to.
it wants to go to.
And when it goes to
And when it goes
particular area
to
of the mind, it lights
it lights up
that area.
it lights up that area.
When it lights up that area
When it lights up that area of the
you
mind,
become conscious.
you become conscious of it.
And this is what
And this is what happens
happens all day.
all
We allow
day. We allow people
people and things
and things around
around us to take
to take
awareness
care awareness from
one area of the mind
one area of the mind
another,
to another all day long.
from the time we wake up.
From the time we wake up,
And therefore,
we
become distracted.
become distracted.
To be concentrated
To be concentrated
is to be
is to be able to
able to keep your awareness
able to keep your awareness
on one
on one thing
thing for an extended
for an extended
period of time.
period of time.
How do we practice
How do we practice this?
this? We practice
We practice this by
this by
doing
doing
one thing at a
thing
time,
throughout the day.
throughout the day.
what's the best
What's the best
way to
way to develop
develop
concentration?
concentration? The best way to
The best way to develop
develop concentration is
concentration is
to bring that
bring that practice
practice
into our everyday life.
Look at opportunities
Look at opportunities
throughout
throughout
your day.
your day.
In your average
day,
day, ask yourself,
what's a great opportunity
what's a great opportunity
to practice concentration?
How many of you have
How many of you have
a spouse,
a spouse,
partner that you?
a partner that you live with?
Quite a few of you.
Quite a few of you.
Every time you speak
with your spouse,
so your partner,
or your partner,
keep that ball of light,
light,
that awareness
on that person.
It drifts away.
It drifts away.
Bring it back.
Bring it back.
It drifts away.
It drifts away.
Bring it back.
Bring it back.
The more you practice
this,
the more
you become better
at
concentration.
Give her
or
him your undivided
attention.
So if you speak to your
So if you speak
spouse
to your spouse for
2 hours a day,
what a great
to
opportunity to practice concentration.
Every time
you speak
with your child,
with your child,
practice
concentration.
Parents come up
to me all the time
and
they say,
Nandapani, how can I
Tantapani,
teach
how can I teach
my
children
to concentrate?
Very easy.
You learn to concentrate
first.
And there's an old saying that
There's an on old saying
Goes,
that
mon-
goes,
Monkeys see,
monkeys see,
monkey do,
monkeys do,
you know.
you know.
And if you can't
And if you can't
you can't
concentrate,
expect your
you can't expect to try to
child to
concentrate.
concentrate. And if you don't
And if you don't teach
teach
your
the
children how to concentrate,
concentrate,
how can they possibly learn
how to concentrate?
how to concentrate?
They can't.
They can't.
The benefits of concentration
The benefits of
Concentration are
concentration are endless, endless, endless.
when you're able to
When you are able to
concentrate,
concentrate,
you're able to focus
you are able to focus on
all
your
your
energy
into a single
into a single given point.
Life is a
Life is a manifestation
of where
of where
your energy
is
flowing.
Life is a manifestation of where your energy is flowing.
And if you can't
And if you can't
concentrate your
energy,
the things that you want
the things that you want to
to
manifest in your life
becomes
becomes very
challenging.
very challenging.
So learn to
So learn to concentrate
concentrate
by doing things
one thing
at a time.
Bring this
Bring this practice
into
into everything that
everything that you do
throughout the day.
Make it a part
of your life.
Practice.
Practice.
Keep bringing
Keep bringing awareness back. Awareness back.
Keep it
And keep it focused
on
one thing
at a time.
If you struggle and have a hard time, consider taking an early therapy session with our partner Peter Hub. Goodbye and see you.
So the first thing I learned when I
learned when I went to the monastery was to learn how the mind works. Because when you know how the mind works,
you can
control it.
And once you can control it,
you can focus it. You can't focus or concentrate something you don't understand. Pentapani, the Hindu prayers that will change your life.